It's kind of a niche market, and they can be extremely cheap because it's based on taxes owed, and you typically a property, you know, taxes owed on a property is typically 1 to 2% of value. So you can get a property for 5 or 10 cents on the dollar occasionally.
Yeah, absolutely. And how did you go about kind of learning this world?
Um, well, with the internet, it really helps. There's a lot of information out there, but the main thing I've learned is it's hands-on, complicated business because there's over 3,000 counties that hold tax sales in all 50 states, and every state's different. They have different rules, regs, and even different counties can have different ways they operate. So it's definitely a niche market, but complicated also.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Pros podcast. I'm Kristen, and I'm here with Dale Merkord. He is the co-owner of Certainty Investment Group. We're going to talk all about tax properties. We have a lot to get into, so thanks for being here, Dale.
Appreciate it.
So you have a great business, and you've been able to carve out this really interesting niche in the market. How did you get into this line of work?
Uh, I was a realtor in a couple, two or three different states over the years, right out of college. And then I started grasping into, or gradually going into more investing. And while I was chasing typical bank foreclosures, I ran across tax sales, and I've been at it ever since, pretty much.
What was so appealing about it to you?
It's kind of a niche market, and they can be extremely cheap because it's based on taxes owed, and you typically a property, you know, taxes owed on a property is typically 1 to 2% of value. So you can get a property for 5 or 10 cents on the dollar occasionally.
Yeah, absolutely. And how did you go about kind of learning this world?
Um, well, with the internet, it really helps. There's a lot of information out there,
Yep.
but the main thing I've learned is it's hands-on, complicated business because there's over 3,000 counties that hold tax sales in all 50 states, and every state's different. They have different rules, regs, and even different counties can have different ways they operate. So
Mhm.
it's definitely a niche market, but complicated also.
Yeah, I mean, and your business works in multiple states and you guys are expanding. How do you keep track of all of this? How do you keep track of all the different areas?
Well, we're focusing mainly in Mississippi and Arkansas right now, so that's not that bad. Even though between the two, there's over 100 counties in both those states.
It's a
It's
lot.
a lot to keep up with. And
Yeah, so you really do the heavy lifting for investors.
oh yeah, we take all the work out of it. Basically, our investors are passive investors. It's kind of a set it and forget it for them, and they earn a pretty good rate of return, 15%.
Yeah.
And you don't have
What
to
kind
worry about worry about doing repairs or finding the great deals or traveling because you have to look at every property before you buy one. The counties don't give very good information, and the pictures they offer, sometimes the house doesn't even exist.
Yeah, talk more about that, how you go and visit so many properties. What does a typical day look like when you're out there looking at stuff?
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
We had typical auction, like I just did one about 5 weeks ago, and I looked at, I think, 36 properties in scattered in 3 different counties. This was in Arkansas. And I think we ended up with 1 or 2 properties.
Yeah.
So they said that's a lot of properties to look at in just barely a couple days.
Yeah, absolutely. And how big is your team?
Mainly just 2 of us, but then we have realtors we deal with, contractors we deal with. But
Yeah.
so we sub out a lot of our work. Assistants, we have a couple of online assistants.
And what kind of investors do you work with?
There's all kinds of investors. In fact, this is a good way for somebody to divert their IRA. You can self-direct your IRA into real estate, so they can take their IRA, divert it into real estate and make a 15% interest.
Wow. Yeah. And talk about I'm sure you've seen ups and downs in the market as you've been doing this. How does it kind of play into that? How does it play into the ups and downs of the market?
I wouldn't say it's a recession-proof business, but pretty close. Because tax sales have been going on for 200 years. They happen every month for whatever reason. It's people just neglect. They get in hard times. They just neglect to pay their taxes. Properties get left in the states, and the siblings don't want it. They've moved away and don't have interest in the property. So, like I
Yeah.
said, tax sales happen all the time for all different reasons.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, it's very interesting. And I'm sure a lot of people enjoy the passive aspect of it, especially investors that are, have multiple segments of their business and are maybe more active in others.
Yeah, they're busy doing what they do to earn their money, and so they can invest with us, make a much better than bank rates. And like I said, we do all the work for them. It's a kind of a set it and forget it
Yeah.
scenario.
And in terms of kind of the properties you choose to invest in, what do those deals look like? What is a good deal to you in these kind of properties?
Typically, we like single-family homes, but we also do warehouses, commercial properties, and then tracts of land. We did 119 acres the other day, 119 acres. And then we recently bought a 6,000 square foot, used to be a church or club, a 6,000 square foot building. We've got it for $11,000. So
Wow.
pretty good deal.
Wow. And then how do you get it ready for resale? What does that look like?
Yeah, we just go out, and most of them need some sort of clean out. First we do a trash out or clean out, and then we just decide what we're going to do to the property to make it sellable. Create a scope of work. And like the building does need not a whole roof, but it needs a roof patch pretty badly. So just
Yeah.
whatever the property needs to get it resellable. We don't overdo it on a property, just enough to get it good looking to sell
Right. And I'm
for
sure a lot
resale.
of that is more cosmetic things like lighting and paint. Can you talk
Yeah.
more about that?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Yeah, I call it light cosmetic, where you just go in and paint, put in new flooring, to replace the light fixtures, clean up the yard. But occasionally it gets more into, and then sometimes you have to replace the AC,
Right.
central heating and the heating and the roof occasionally, and that's a little bit more than minor cosmetic.
Yeah. Do you, going into purchasing these properties, is that something you kind of look at? Maybe if there's more maintenance work to be done on the house or the property, maybe it's not the best investment for you, or how do you
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of
well,
yeah.
yeah, we turn down properties all the time because, like I said, at that sale I went to recently, out of 34 properties, we only had, maybe 7 or 8 targets, and we ended up with 2 because, the others got bid up higher than we wanted to pay.
Right. Yeah, what does the bidding process look like? If you can just kind of walk us through that.
Some of it's online and some of it's, live auctions, like Arkansas is all live auctions. Um, Mississippi is little bit Mississippi's a lien state, but we have a way to not have to wait 3 years to get a property. 'Cause Mississippi, they sell a lien, at the tax sale, and the people don't pay back in 3 years, you get the property. But we've got an expedited process that we don't wanna wait 3 years, so we get them much quicker than that.
Anything. Yeah, you have your whole system set up. It seems like a very good investment for people. I know you mentioned this before. I would love to get into kind of the mechanics of it. Somebody, transferring their IRA to something like this. How does that work?
Yeah, just tell them to contact us, we can walk them through the process. We deal with 3 or 4 different companies that are IRA custodians. IRAs go through a custodian, it's a separate company that handles that transaction, and we work with 3 or 4 of those.
Yeah, so what is the process of it? What do they like? How do you make that work?
Well, depending on what they're doing with their IRA now, they just transfer funds through their custodian. If they have an IRA, they have a custodian already, and, they just transfer the funds,
Yeah, I mean,
either
that's a
either all or some of them. They don't have to do all of it, just some of it,
yeah. I feel like that's a really good option for people, especially if you're already, leveraged in the stock industry or the stock market. Um, yeah, it would be great to diversify like this. This is a really good thing to diversify into. Do you see
Yeah.
that maybe there's misconceptions that people have about your line of work?
Well, there's all kinds of call them tax sale gurus, where they get online and tell you all the good things about it and how to sell you courses and things like that. But, like I said, it's not for the light of heart and not a part-time job at all. So we, like I said, use our knowledge and time and effort to do all that for them, and just the end product is a good rate of return.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people online who have a lot of different information out there. Is that kind of something you battle where people think things are easier, whatever, from the internet?
Yeah, yeah. Not just in tax sales, but in any phase of real estate,
Yeah,
there's a
absolutely.
lot of information out there. Some of it good and some not so good, but
Yeah. And how do you work with people? Do you do consultations where people can kind of ask the questions to you to kind of,
yeah,
get a
people can
reputable
call.
source?
Yeah, people can call or visit our website. Our website, has a lot of information on it. It's certaintyinvestmentgroup.com,
Nice.
or
Yeah.
they can call us.
Mhm. And I would love for you to talk about because 'cause you're in the Mississippi and Arkansas, um, areas, expanding into Texas perhaps. What is very special about those markets? What do you like about them?
Well, I'm familiar. I grew up in Texas, and I've been in Mississippi for, several years. So we know all those markets very well, and we just don't before we expand, the more money we get, more investors we get, we'll expand to other states as well.
Yeah.
But right now, that's plenty to keep us busy as those 3 states.
Yeah. And how does that work? Do you hire remote teams to do all of the vetting of the properties?
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Yeah, we hire local realtors to resell the properties,
Yeah.
and we hire kind of inspectors on occasion. But we know properties pretty well, so I was almost a home inspector, so I know pretty much about houses.
Yeah.
We both know construction, so we basically know what a house needs.
Yeah. Tell us more about that. You're almost a home inspector?
Yeah, I was going to be when I was a realtor. I was going to also become a home inspector. I took all the courses, but then I decided this not for me. It's too tedious and not enough money,
Yeah.
and too much liability.
Mm, yeah. Yeah, and you pick what kind of works for you because, yeah, you found something that fits your skill set.
And I
Um,
like to travel, so this fits my personality well. I
yeah,
travel
yeah.
all over 3 states, and
Yeah. Yeah, 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 that's awesome. Yeah, and so talk about maybe something you wish you learned earlier in your career that you could share with us today.
I wish I would have learned more how to raise funds so we could do more and more instead of growing slowly and really grow a little faster.
Yeah. But slow growth is good too. I feel like a lot of people scale a little too quickly and the bottom falls out.
Yeah, we don't want to overwhelm ourselves. We can handle much more right now.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, this is awesome. I mean, I think you have such a solid business that I think is a really good option for people to invest in. Talk about kind of the next steps. Well, like, what are your goals for the next few years?
Um, Mainly expanding into a few more states and, like I said, working with more investors and just building the business further. Got kind of I call it a boutique real estate
Hmm.
investment company. Kind of
Yeah.
want to get a little bit more mainstream, maybe.
Mhm. Amazing. Awesome. Well, tell everyone where to find you and where to find Certainty Investment Group.
Yeah, just go to certaintyinvestmentgroup.com or my phone number is 228 um, 669 or another number is 228-222-15000.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much. I mean, the numbers are very valuable. Everybody, definitely reach out if you have any questions about this. But thank you so much for being here, Dale.
Yeah, appreciate the invite.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. Hope you learned a lot about this area of the business. And definitely reach out to Dale if you have questions or want to get involved. But otherwise, we will see you back next time. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.